Hey guys, welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio and we are live on Twitch pretty much every day at 8 PM Eastern Time except on Saturdays. And we're continuing our game of Knights of the Old Republic. Hello Count Wolf, how's it going? Okay, so yeah, we want to... I want to check. I did check that last time. All my missions are done. But what about missions, brother? What's... Okay. Oh yeah, there might be a little 3D part here. Action part. I won't skip any of those though. Guess that means everything's fine. We're back in. Okay. Okay, so yeah, a couple of things I need to do here. What's this? Oh. I think I talk to him every time I pass this. I'm like, oh, who's that guy? Talk to you. Oh yeah, this place. Yeah, they don't think they have anything to tell. No. Okay, we'll talk to everyone here again. Let's talk to Alola.
I hear you've been appointed as... Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was saying that Sith woman, after all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. I started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Loved. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
Sounds like Dr. Chuck was there. Dr. Chuck was. Hey, Johan, how's it going? He's a soldier, he has killed many Sith before. Mass Effect. Oh yeah, it must be the same voice. Though, don't worry, and your husband might not be so innocent.
That was a long time ago. In a war, far, far away. He's changed now. Settled down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence. This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Sunry. I don't think I talked to him after I got my
Jolie, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Cellcast seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Nah, I don't trust you. I need to investigate the case some more. There's a few things we have to clear up. I'll be going now. Let's go over the evidence.
Well, you know I was having an affair with Alasa. I went there to break it off that night. But I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Cellcath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my heroes cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with off-worlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Shit, do I have to go back to the Sith embassy?
Go ahead, Ed. A Rhodian? I didn't know there were any Rhodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Yes, the Star Wars. There's a Rhodian abandoned evidence at the murder scene. The judge said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure. Very well. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Hey, good evening, J-Balls. Okay.
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
Okay. So you're the arbiter in Sunri Elaza murder case then. I hope you're as impartial as the office is traditionally supposed to be. You're awful who have a tendency to ignore the rule of law in favor of some rather irrational causes. What I can do for you? What does that do? Oh, this is where I want to begin the trial. Okay.
Manon should... The cell...
I talked to all these guys and I didn't have much to say.
Mind? I'm in the middle. I don't know if you've got what we're looking for. Jedi aren't generally suited to mercenary work. If you want, talk to Roland Wan at the Republic Embassy and see if he can find... It's north of here, just east past the first courtyard. It's just off the north end of the second courtyard. You can't miss it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to continue my recruitment.
Okay. It's north of here. So here. Hey Karen, how's it going? I can finish this mission. Applejack. Good evening. Racket Rift. It is as I feared. Though the Republic is fortunate I was the one assigned to investigate this case. Human, allow me to be blunt with you. If I report this violation to my superior, the Republic will be banned from Manan. I do not wish to do this. I see the Sith for what they truly are, ruthless and evil. The Republic has always respected our independence, and if they fall, the Sith will be quick to send an invasion fleet to conquer Manan. But I cannot simply ignore what the Republic has done. The Rackert Rift is the source of Manan's Kolto, and I fear the science station may damage production of the delicate resource.
You think the Republic is trying to steal the Kolto, perhaps? An odd thing for the Republic to do, no?
You must tell the Republic to stop this madness at once. Make them shut down the facility and recall their people before they do something we all regret. They can't. The Republic has recently lost contact with the science facility. Of course, I should have realized. Doubtless, they were hiring the mercenaries to investigate the situation. But I fear mercenaries alone may not be enough to save their station. There are ancient mysteries within the Racket Rift that even we Selkat do not comprehend. I fear the Republic has awakened something that was best left undisturbed. I'm going to investigate. Sounds like you know more than you're telling me. Had I any information, human, I would share it with you willingly. You have done the right thing informing me of this, but I must ask something more of you. I fear the mercenaries will not find the answers the Republic is looking for. They prefer glass doors to brains, as you have shown yourself to be resourceful. Now you know my silence does not lead to disaster for Manan. Here's the payment I promised you. Now I must take my leave, Yogan. My superiors are expecting a full report from me, and there is much I must do to ensure they cannot uncover the Republic's actions. Having to talk over them talking is so freaking annoying.
I hope you're here to play some Pazak.
No. So it's a Mandalorian mercenary.
I am not a... Yes,
Stop breaking glasses.
If you're here to offer me a job, maybe...
No, we talked to everybody here. Okay, this is a dead end. Okay, so this is the Mercenary Enclave. Okay. I thought it led somewhere for some reason. Why didn't they put quick travel in the city? I don't know. Okay, here we have Tivark Shop, the Visitors Hotel, Republic Enclave. I'm looking for the Republic Embassy. I'm gonna go there. Maybe that's the embassy.
When you are ready to explore the Rackert Rift, enter the Republic base. In the Kolto packing room, there is a door. The sub will have a wish.
Yeah, that's my next quest, but we did all we had to do with this. Let's check. Log on.
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen.
Yeah, this is where I...
Please refer any questions to our diplomatic corps.
I continue
Thank you.
on. I love this. Slice Republic system. Open summary bay door. I think that's already done. Access restricted data archives. Disable local power grid. That is only one spike. Access restricted data archive. Downloading Sunry Incident Archive. The computer screen switches to a fisheye view from some sort of small surveillance device on the wall. A beautiful young woman enters the room, followed by a much older man. No, we can't see a cutscene or anything. Not even like it. As she walks farther into the room, he softly closes the door, pulls a blaster, shoots her in the back. Wow! This must be some sort of secret recording of Sunry murdering. Okay. Can we download that? 100 spikes, that's crazy. 125 spikes. But, I mean, it's doable. Only 320 XP? We just got the evidence. Do we have the evidence? However, you have found a data recording that clearly shows Sunry killing the Sith woman. Can you continue to roll as arbiter impartially? Knowing that your client has committed such a crime? I can do what the fuck I want. But, I think I want to see Sunry pay for his crime. Somebody has to pay, and if he doesn't, it's gonna be the Sith, so we don't want that. So he's gonna pay. I guess if you're playing a good guy, that's the moment where you're like all teared up inside. Oh, what do I do? Do I betray? Because you may go a little bit dark side, I think, if you defend the Republic, which would be bad. Like, if you know maybe that... so I need to go back now. Visitors Hotel, is that... I'll talk to the hotel guy again, because there was some XP to be had when I convinced him about the shots, and we already talked about that with somebody, so...
You're the one defending Sun. He can't. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'll tell the court Sunry left before the shot went off.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I'm objecting. I just hope the Cellcath don't find out about it.
Now, was there anything else? Well.
Boom, 500 XP for that. That's crazy. Okay, so or continue there. I don't think there's much to do. Oops. I'll just enter the section and see what is there. We have the soup track, okay, fuck that. General shop and the Sith base, okay. No, nothing important. No. Thing to Ibn Aqua, not really. Go faster. I just wanted to let you know, Goose sends me negative, rude, and hurtful things all the time. I'd watch you more, but I'd like to avoid them. Is that true? Come on. If it is true, you shouldn't say that like publicly like that. You just send me a PM if there is a problem. Oh. If you're serious about it, send me a personal message and we'll talk about it. But you're joking all the time, so... Yeah, Discord, well, you can just... Yeah, I should put... I should add a bunch of more common links in commands. Okay, this is where we need to say start the trial. Hey Laura! You're fucked.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's
He's
trial.
gonna die. I have this recording showing Sunry killing Eliza.
Lies! It must be! I knew the Sith would never let a Republic hero get away. You must find Sunry innocent.
No, I'm sorry.
This is all a plot to destroy.
It's not a plot.
Find the real evidence. That's all.
I have the real evidence. Oh man, woman, you're delusional. Oh, Sunry, you're fucked. Oh, I came in with the random game box. Okay. Random game box, random game box. Do with the classic thief. That's a great box. Yeah, that one is cool just because it's not like your normal box with the flip. And it's in perfect condition. It's one of my boxes that for some reason just survived. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I mean, I'm careful about like being... I'm careful with my boxes, but you know, moving, the kids and all. Yeah, it's like even the corners are not really like... Sometimes the corner will just be like all smushed up. Like this one here, so like, oh, sorry, whoa, like this one. No! But apart from that, like here, the flap is just awesome. I don't know if you can see it like that well. And it goes on and on. I can't read what it says like that. An amazing new 3D experience! It was an amazing new 3D experience! Okay, let's see if they were right, because there's a bunch of quotes here. Yeah, sneak through the shadows of 12 treacherous missions. Well, they just say 12. They just say it like 12 mission. I'm reading that in 2020 and I'm like, wow, only 12 missions. And it's a huge selling point. It says 12 huge missions. It says 12 there, 12 there. So they're banking on that 12 number. That's a big number. 1998. Right? Something like that. Yeah, that's 98. Stalk your prey in the quest for stolen goods, steal for money, survive in a world where shadows are only allies. Stealth gameplay brings a new dimension to first-person action. Indeed, it brings a new dimension. You're right. Can see advanced enemies. Can see, hear, speak, and sound alarms. Your arsenal includes blackjack, sword, fire arrows, water arrows, rope arrows, and more. The atmosphere and gameplay make this one stand alone. 2020, this is still correct. Thief blazes a new trail, which no one followed, unfortunately. Well, not really. I would have liked more games like this. Finally, a first-person game that is going to stand out from all the rest. Indeed, Thief may very well define a new standard. I would have liked, but it didn't, for interaction and immersion. Well, kind of. New standard, I don't know. Other games did other things, but like as a Thief game, there's not much like this. Like, it's so good. It's incredible. And it's not just about thieving. That's what's good about it. Yeah, exactly. It was pretty dang immersive. but it's the game wasn't so like for the immersiveness. There were other really immersive games back then, but it was all about like the thieving, and everything was on stealing stuff, not killing guards, going slowly. But the missions were complex. The level design is just incredible. I could go on and on and on, and eventually I'll play it on stream and I'll just explain how much I love the game. It's way up there. I don't talk about it that much, but yeah, Thief is giant. Way up there. Hey Bass, Asimov. That's like 20 years old. Yeah. I enjoyed digital. I really miss baggage games. And I miss going to the store. I do miss that. That's the problem. I like to look at covers and decide what I want. Yeah. It was groundbreaking, and when I play... Starting late? No. Or is my Twitch being a jerk? Your Twitch is a jerk! Twitch is a jerk! Twitch is a jerk! Yeah, the light and sound sensitivity still to this day I think is still like it's I think it's up to date. I mean, we really haven't gone that much further. The AI is still even better, I think, better scripted than today. Well, the game did take a weird left turn with all the whoops, spoiler. For that reason, I tend to prefer the second one. Everybody says that. I like the second one, but I hate all that's metal and every technology thing. I'm not really into it. I was way more into the supernatural stuff and the stuff in the. For me, that's the thing that broke Thief. Like the all technology, it went too far with the technology. You're purple now. That's my color. Give it back. It did fuck me up, Goose. Put it back at. I don't know what color was it. Like gray, green gray. Thief Metal Age. Fight! I was here 2 minutes ago, showed you as away. I decided System Shock 2 for 149 was just too rich for my blood. Eh? There you go. System Shock 2. Too good for you. Sorry, it's because yeah, I need to do this. Because if I don't it's okay, I'll untime you out. Yeah, as soon as I move my mouse out of the screen to do the thing, it does the move. I would like to remove it in the option. If someone recommended it strongly enough, I might take out a loan. Ah man, it's always super cheap anyways. 149 US is kind of a high price. It's usually below 1 US. So yeah. Okay, so let's do the trial. No, I wanted to talk to Sunry.
Joey, coming to check in on an old... Soon, old friend. Oh, I grow weary of staring at these 4 bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
It is not taken lightly. Let's look at the evidence.
Well, you know I was having an affair. Well, I can tell you. I found out later she... But let's look. Alassa was brutally killed. Think about that. My war injury. Further. Obviously, the Sith planted the crop. I hope you can see how this... Anything else I...
Oh, I can't show him the thing.
There,
okay,
once you...
we're done. Trial. I'm kidding, of course I bought it. Yeah, play it. Play it, man. If you think that... by the way, I would recommend playing System Shock 2 over Deus Ex just because it's shorter, it's a more like streamlined game, it's kind of the same kind of game, and it's just way easier, I think, to jump into. So if you're finding that that Deus Ex hill is too high to climb or is not that appealing, because it does need some investment, I think, compared to other games. System Shock 2, like, I think it's completely playable, like even as a more modern game. It would come out like this, like as a retro game, kind of like newer games come out nowadays by indie developers usually, and they kind of look like old games. I think that System Shock 2 could just come out like exactly how it is right now, and people would like it. I really think so. Yeah, it's a CD, dude. It's a CD, and I mean, they must have compressed the shit out of that. I'm sure the CD was full. Maybe there was some CD music on there, so... No, there wasn't any CD music, I think. I vastly prefer the SX1 to System Shock 2, kind of because of still being almost non-existent in System Shock 2. Yeah. You know how I love both of those games, so I will not try to say one is better than the other. They're both incredible, good games. System Shock, I do not play stealth as in System Shock 2. I play System Shock 2 as RPG action survival horror game, and Deus Ex is more of an immersive sim RPG, open world ish, with missions, with people. It's different. Hey, Yefei. Okay, I just saved. You must be certain your investigation are complete before you request a trial. This is the role of the arbiter. Are you certain you wish to begin? Yes. Yes. Very well, human. I shall advise the court and will begin immediately. Let the records show that trial of Sunry versus the Atoll City Authority has commenced. Presiding our judge shall... there's going to be a lot of text here. I might skip a little bit. Like this. This trial is to determine the culpability of blah. Representing Sunry is who? Sunry is guilty. Oh, he's me. You will find Sunry innocent. Or I could just force persuade him. Okay, I think that would be dark. Yeah, that would be definitely dark side. I have this recording proof. Yeah, we should just fucking do this. Fuck it. It's convincing, yes, it seems to be. It's not Photoshop or anything. It shortens the trial considerably. In light of this new evidence, we may finally encounter some monsters and do some real Jedi action. The verdict has been delivered, the trial is now over. Remove the guilty party from the squad. Goodbye, Sunry. You will die.
No!
It's death penalty in this place, so... I tell ya! Oh, I tell ya! Yeah. Well, I couldn't. So, this should have removed a bunch of stuff from here. Oh, we need to go see the Geno. Oh man. When we were running around, we must have passed him. We need to go back there. Do we need to talk to anyone there to, like, close the deal? You guys, what do you have to say? Nothing? No, they literally have nothing to say. Oh. Whoop. And speaking of Deus Ex and System Shock 2, these days I just want to play Deus Ex. Just because of the state of the world. It reminds me of Deus Ex, so I need to play Deus Ex. Like, imagine somebody who takes Deus Ex and changes every instances of Grey Death with coronavirus and Bob Page with Trump or stuff like that, like taking key characters and replacing them with their like political real world counterpart. That would be quite an exercise, but I think it would be pretty incredible. Do I need to be alone to talk to you? Yeah, I think I need to dismiss my guys. Bye. Welcome. Zulan Santar is dead. I am aware of this. Our agents have been keeping a close eye on you. Though I doubt you saw them. They were there when Zulan met his ultimately end. Spoiler alerts, I haven't gotten that far yet. But, and as far as here's the what how far what the Grey Death? That's the fucking intro. Bob Page is in the intro. Everything I said is in the intro. By the way, that intro I would highly recommend throughout your gameplay to rewatch the intro and find new meanings to everything that's going on in that intro, because it's kind of cryptic, but it kind of explains everything that's going on. There's still much more, but no, I didn't spoil anything. Yeah. If you haven't seen the Great Death, that's mean that no, I mean the first mission is that is people are dying of the Great Death, and you need to get the terrorist who's hoarding some vaccine. Vorn Dastrat is dead, Rulan Prolik is dead, Itorak Goldar is dead. I have some question about the Geno Oradan. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, blah blah blah. Dead. Dead. I'm quite efficient. Blah, I don't care. Oh, all the years of planning, spying, digging to discover their true identity, this was all worth it. Now the Genora are mine alone. You tricked me! What's going on? What are you talking about? Poor foolish Camilio. You had no idea that the targets I sent you after were 3 of the overseers of the Geno Oradan, did you? Oh, now you die. The overseers have always acted in secret, their true identities hidden from the guild and even each other to prevent one person from seizing control of the entire guild. But now they're dead. And I am the only... I am the only overseer left in the guild. All the engines of the blah 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 blah. So when do I get to join the guild? Glad I could help you out. What happened now? You used me. Glad I could. I should. There should be a 4th option. Die. Let's do it, Glad. Even after all you have done for me, I cannot let you join. You are far too dangerous. You know the true identity of the only survivor. Okay, time to die. I suppose I could try to have you eliminated, but I have seen your skill in dispatching the other overseers. I think it would be in both of our interests if we're simply to part ways. Nobody plays me for a fool. You'll pay for this, oolas! So that's it. Just part ways. I was afraid it would come to this. Very well, we will finish this, as these things always seem to end, in a bloodshed. But the streets of Manan are no place for this confrontation. Meet me in the Dune Sea. We'll engage... What? The Dune Sea? The Dune Sea in what, fucking Tatooine? Are you kidding me? Meet you on another planet. Goodbye. I don't want to go back to Tatooine. That's not annoying at all. Anyway. But you still have a chance for revenge. Okay, no level up. We're going back to the Ebon Arc. Right? No, mission for the Republic. Ah, Basta's mother's not done? We didn't? Okay, I guess we need to go back to Tatooine anyway, but we're not going to back to Tatooine now. We need to go right there. I bought Gunstar Heroes. Really? I never played it. It's supposed to be a great game. One of the only good games on the Genesis. Oh my god, you're so fucking... How much was it? Must have been expensive. Hey, there's at least 10 other good games.
Shame about it.
No, this is not the place. Only good game on the Genesis! The only one. It's pretty much only one of the only one I'm interested in. There's a couple I'm interested in playing, but I don't know. Eh, wow. These are fighting words, Goose. If there's a Genesis, I'm so Super Nintendo that I'm sure no one that likes Genesis will be on my channel. Like this afternoon I just played some Super Nintendo game. Yeah. And I proved that the Super Nintendo was just good games. I was just doing random games and they were pretty much all good. Did I find like a really bad game? Not really. They were all very serviceable game. Where's my damn angry cursing emoji? I don't know. You want me to make you one? My favorite was the Barbie game. Yeah, I mean, even the Barbie game I was like, that's like a good game, it's okay. I'm sure one of the Sonic games. Yeah, I think there was at least one, maybe two Sonic games that were good. We're going deep. Baz, what the fuck? Take a chill pill. Do you want me to time you out again? Hey, good evening, BioBlizzard. You both are so lucky that you close your border. Nah, you can get to Dark Castle. I think that's on the NES. On the Super Nintendo? What? Dark Castle? Or on the Sega Genesis? Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Yeah, I know what that is. I know what that is. I understand that reference. Use a submersible. Stay away from the submersible. Did I get cool new items? Oh, I got the Geno Aradan Blaster. the Genoardon visor. +4 awareness, +2 demolition, reflex, power gloves, strength +4. Holy fuck. Yeah. Yeah. We got the Genoardon everything. Earthworm Jim. Oh, Earthworm Jim is on the Super Nintendo, so you don't need the Genesis. I don't think Earthworm Jim is better on the Genesis. There are games that are like literally better on the Genesis. Earthworm Jim is not one of them. They're different, especially since one has a level and the other one has another level. So if you want a complete Earthworm Jim experience, you need to play both versions. I personally prefer the Super Nintendo version because I prefer the level of the Super Nintendo. Oops. There's missing level in both of them. Each of them has an exclusive level. They made that in 1995, like way before it was kind of like the... I think Mortal Kombat is like that. You buy it on Xbox, you have one character. You buy it on PlayStation, you have another character. So if you want the ultimate experience, you need to buy both.
How?
I don't know the name of the levels. I just know there is one on both.
Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm 99% sure. Why? What happened? Who are you? I'm Camilio. Calm yourself down. Just check game facts and the name of the levels on the Super NES Genesis and you'll see. Or type in Super NES Genesis version differences or Earthworm Jim on Google. Any good RPGs? Oh, I'm not a Genesis guy, but I can tell you the RPGs that people tell me on the Genesis, it's all about Shining Force, it's all about Phantasy Star. So Phantasy Star 1 and 2, I think, are RPG which the dungeons are first person, very dungeon crawly, but very maze-like. The first one is you need a graph paper. The maps are huge and people don't like it because of that. The second one I think is less so. I think starting from the third one they're not first person, they're more like Final Fantasy kind of game, with the combat pretty similar. The Phantasy Star is a strategy game kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, but more story. Well, Final Fantasy Tactics is story driven still, so it's kind of like that. And there's those were always the major ones. I go with that for the classic. Why? What happened?
No! No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold.
I'm not going anywhere. I have to find the star map. What happened here? I'm not going anywhere.
We have to! We have to leave! The Cellcath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere. And the Cellcath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries.
Even I won't say that the services were no, they were not. It's not. It's a complete no. If you want RPGs, it's all Super Nintendo. I mean PlayStation also, but I mean there's a bunch of. Oh my! The goose came in with the. I was sure it was coming in with the original version was released for the Genesis in October '94. Version was released shortly after the original and is largely the same as the Genesis. The Super Nintendo has altered graphics, alternate background, and special effects, but lacks some sound effect and one of the levels. But now that's just one version. We need the other. The stated reason of the Genesis version having the extra level was that the Genesis version was more easily compressed and had the room for the bonus level. But now check the other version. Okay, I knew you would do that. So, yeah, I'm gonna prove it to you. SNES, Genesis, differences, Earthworm Jim. All the differences, boom. That's what you should have done. Mega Drive, this is the original version of the game. The foundation of the other version were built from. It used the Mega Drive. High resolution mode has some very nice imaging background, fantastic character sprite with impressive animation, and generally an excellent design with really nice. That's the only thing I would say against the graphics, that the background tend to look a little flat, and the dithering earphone more detail can be quite noticeable when using high-end cables or emulators. I think that's like, I always find the graphics on the Genesis somewhat lacking. The colors are also weird. I don't know why. Mega, we can see like here we have the Genesis, the Sega CD version, and the Super Nintendo. I mean, just the first level on the Super Nintendo version just looks so much better. Yeah, there's a ratio problem with the Super Nintendo. They seem to have been, yeah, they had to crunch the screen because the way the resolution works on the Super Nintendo. So there's a problem there, I guess. SNES. Firstly, when converting from Mega Drive to SNES, developers always face one problem: the different horizontal screen resolution for the two machines. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna skip that because I just talked about it. Enough of the bad, onto the good. Many of the backgrounds seem to have been entirely redrawn, so it's like an enhanced version. So I don't know why you would say Genesis is better. Adding some very nice extra details. Two levels which spring to mind are Evil the Cat's boss fight and the sky section of the blah blah blah. Blue background for details will be changed, but this is prefer the original background. I feel the new designs back scrolling. Lastly, onto effect, the SNES version has a new and very nice lens flare effect on the first stage. But apart from that, it doesn't seem to have any other addition. Actually, also has a downgraded effect. Other than that, the transparent foreground. They don't even talk. It says winner is SNES. I was about to say, oh, the Genesis is maybe better, and he concludes with the winner is SNES. It doesn't even talk about the missing level. Okay, no, this is just detail. Oh my god. Then he goes with color. The color winner is SNES. The animation winner is Mega CD. The scrolling is SNES. Oh, that's surprising. Winner is Muse sound effect. Oh my god. Okay, there's too much stuff then. Sorry, guys. Conclusion. God damn it. The Mega winner is Mega CD. Ah, god damn it. Anyway, maybe I was wrong. But I saw that from multiple people say that. Like, I even remember seeing the level because I wanted to play the Genesis version. And play the SNES just afterward to see like the different level and all. I think it was with a speed run. Anyway. Oh, is it Earthworm Jim 2? Okay, it might be Earthworm Jim 2. Okay. It might be Earthworm Jim 2, but I'm not gonna continue on. Still, it was pretty much the SNES is like an upgraded version. Unfortunately, it seems they removed the level. But I saw that level, and look at this interesting. And I saw a level that was on the Super Nintendo, and I never saw on the Genesis. Maybe it's the color, because they changed a couple of color palettes. Anyways, and the Cellcat came out, or it was all Earthworm Jim 2. I do mix both of those games. They really look alike. They're really like so similar. It's like when I play Heroes of Might and Magic 2 and people are like, no, this happens, no, that's in the third one, no, that's in the first one. Okay, and the Cellcat came out screaming and croaking their official war cries. The Cellcat...
They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks, the Feroxa out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Cellcath. like us.
I have to get into the station. Let's get you back to the surface. I didn't see anything.
That doesn't mean it's not still out there, watching, waiting.
Let's get you back. No.
No! I locked the door so the Cellcath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for.
I have no choice. You call yourself a mercenary?
If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you. I'll stay here and be safe until some sort of real rescue comes.
I cannot die. I have the power of reload!
Yes?
Acknowledgement?
Yes?
Sure. I want you first. That's okay.
Where did you go?
And I learned from your reading that we should buy Sega CDs now. Yes, because Sega CDs is the best.
Team down. They'll save me. They'll kill the monster and then we'll all... If you're going to go into the rest of the station, don't expect me to help.
I don't want your help. Did I ask for your help? I am interested. Dude, if somebody would say, you have the choice in buying a Genesis and a Sega CD, but you can only play Sega CD games. I would buy the Sega, and I would have access to the whole library. I would take the Sega CD any day, because there's a bunch of FMV games in there. They're so bad they're good games. I think it's more interesting than just the classic Genesis library. They have a PC version. Oh yeah, of Earthworm Jim. Oh, I have the PC version of Earthworm Jim, and it's a piece of shit. I don't know if you're talking about that, or PC version of the Sega CD. Yeah, no, I bought that on GOG. I bought like the Earthworm Jim trilogy or something. I think I have Earthworm Jim 3D also. Sorry, and they just run like crap. They just like the scrolling is like 0 out of 10. The scrolling on PC, it took a while until we had it. Like one of the games that was good at scrolling back then, well, way back, was like the first Duke Nukem, or what's the other game? Keen, Commander Keen. But other than that, like you had like Jazz Jackrabbit, but every other game the scrolling was atrocious. It was difficult to have a smooth scrolling, which is pretty important for a side-scroller. That's why DOS is not really known for their side-scrolling games. DOS games are known for having huge worlds, huge text, a lot of stuff, because there's a lot of memory, so you can do stuff. You can have something like XCOM. Like XCOM maybe couldn't have fit on a Super Nintendo cartridge because there's just so much stuff. But graphic-wise, I think it would have been fine. Slides. Oh, we can view everything. Oh. Nah, no, we're fine. Patrol droid. Alright, you're gonna be easy.
Master?
Yes?
What are you doing?
Never too old for this.
No, you don't like Earthworm Jim anymore. I still like it. It's very solid. in the side-scrolling, how should I say that? Like, there's a lot of side-scrolling games that are very animation-based. I don't know if you follow me, where the animation is more important than maybe quick gameplay, like Mario Brothers. Like, I would put in that that category, like that Earthworm Jim, the Aladdin game on the Sega Genesis. That's a great example. Pitfall, Super Pitfall on the Super Nintendo, where they're really great looking. A bunch of Disney games like Lion King, and Earthworm Jim is one of the best of them. I think it's solid. The level design is. Oh, the levels are maybe a little too big, too maze-like, because when you see, I remember in the Nintendo Power, you could see the whole fucking map. It was a big thing, and when you start here, it would go like to the end of the map. It's like fucking crazy. They would use the whole map to map out like the level instead of like a classic. There is a couple of levels that are more side scroller, but most of them are like you go up, you go down. They're very vertical. A lot of vertical levels in Earthworm Jim. That may be a turn off. I'm not really into vertical because I don't like jumping. So how much do you jump in your real life? It's weird that jumping has become such a common mechanic in all our games, even the third person. Not the side scrollers. Every game you jump. Not every game, but a lot of games. But in real life, when the fuck do you jump? Hey. Where's the fuck? Oh, he's not a droid. Oh, he's an insane cell cat.
Wes?
I think let's just go faster. Looks great, sounds great. It's funny. It's not too long. That doesn't overstay its welcome. Every level is different, unique. Each time you look at Earthworm Jim, you know. If you know Earthworm Jim, you'll know which level he's at. Yeah. It's a good game, but it's not like a perfect game. I was more impressed back then than now, but I still think it aged very well.
Not this again!
It's no Mario World, but I still prefer it more than something like Sonic. I am not a Sonic fan. And the level design is similar. The level design in Sonic's are usually kind of like lots of verticality, big, huge maps. It doesn't open. It's like a Battletoad that doesn't suck. Yeah, exactly. It has character. Like Battletoad was all the character and the fun of Battletoad was in Nintendo Power. The game itself is not that. Like, there's a couple of cutscenes, but it doesn't give you much. There were huge section, not huge section, but about like 5 pages per Nintendo Power. Depending on which game was coming out soonish, they would just preface that with like about 6 months of 5 pages per month of like a cool cartoon. There was Battletoads, there was Super Metroid, A Link to the Past, and they were awesome. They're still awesome. You can pretty easily get the PDFs of of the Nintendo Powers Online, and I would highly recommend it. They're beautiful, a lot of mistakes. Do not trust everything you read in those. Yeah, especially for the ratings, but even like the cheats and stuff and secrets and maps, there's a lot of mistakes. But all in all, it's pretty good as an encyclopedia of gaming for the Nintendo and Super Nintendo, and even the Nintendo 64. But those cartoons, like the Zelda one and the Metroid one, were like incredible in terms of quality level.
Never too old.
There was a Star Fox one. It was kind of like the pre. It explained like where that his father was sucked into a black hole, and the black hole is like a section, a hidden section in the game. And he's dead. Come on. No. First of all, I'm in Canada, but maybe I could have, but any outline for any game, I never did that. I never even asked my father and mother, I just knew that it was a no. That's what I'm trying to teach my kids right now. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I keep saying no, it's like the same rules, always, every day, but they keep trying, and I'm like, why do you keep trying? You're annoying me. I keep saying no. Like, my father would have had none of it, that's the thing. It would have been the fucking strap, and I would have shut the fuck up. I mean, come on, how long can you persist in asking? I don't know. There was no way I could have called and put that on my credit cards of my parents. Because when I had a Super Nintendo, I was about 14, between 12 and 16. So yeah, no credit cards, nothing. I didn't have a credit card until like 20 something. It took a while. I had a debit card because everything here is with debit card. It's been like that for at least 96, maybe, yeah, 98 maybe, but 98 everybody was like chick 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 chick.
No problem. Got it. No problem. Got it.
Is somebody out there? Fishy, 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 come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Not in here. I'm safe behind my walls.
I'm Camilio. I've been sent by the Republic to investigate what's happened here. Come on from there right now, we'll blast our way in. Yeah, let's go with this.
Haha! That's what you think? Fishy think that too. These walls and door are 6 centimeters, no 12 centimeters, of Durasteel. I'm invulnerable behind my walls. Nobody's getting in here. When the self-path went insane and started killing everybody, I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me.
No fishy food. I mean, the Selkath insane. Come out. You want to come out of that room? Is that even a room?
Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishy fishies, though, they just got hungry.
You want to come out of that room? You feel safe with us?
No, no.
Failure.
No, that's what the others said. Mercenaries like you, but they're dead. The Selkath ate them. Lunchy munchy. Only the ones left in the south part of the base.
I'm sure I
might still
can't
be
get him
alive,
out.
where the culto is. Few fishies there, but many, many, many fishies in between the water. Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chomp and bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you.
What's that though? Oh, Let's go with insane. They're already insane. Even more insane!
At its best. At its best.
There you go. Oh. Okay, I think I'll take a break here, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
Rest. It is your duty, as the dictator of an obscure Caribbean island, to bring progress to your nation, to build farms, factories, and luxury resorts, to gain your people's favor, and to make sure any that oppose you have a nice little jail cell waiting for their arrival. Tropical.
From the creators of Railroad Tycoon 2 comes Tropical, an addictive mix of building-oriented gameplay and political intrigue. For the PC and Macintosh, Tropical, taking office 2001.
Ever since Freddie Farkas set up his pharmacy in the post-gold rush town of Coarse Gold, California, he's kept a rather low profile.
Mind the store, won't you, Srini? I'm off to uphold justice and stuff.
But as a strange onslaught of trouble gallops into town, it's up to Freddy to save Coarse Gold from disaster and desertion by bringing his secret gun-slinging past out of the closet.
I've got to dredge up my ugly past, dust it off, fluff it up, and put it on again.
Experience Freddy Farkas, Frontier Pharmacist, as it was meant to be, on CD-ROM, with full multimedia voice, sound, and musical score.
Not pistols and pharmacology. Farkas.
From a land far, far away.
With help from his loyal Indian sidekick, Serini Lakaka Bagnish, Freddy, once the youngest sheriff and fastest gunslinger in the West, sets out to save his hometown from invading outlaws, a crooked sheriff, and even horse flatulence. Freddy Farkas, Frontier Pharmacist. The funniest adventure yet from Al Lowe, creator of the legendary Leisure Suit Larry.
Some of your fine coarse gold fillies.
It packs more laugh-out-loud entertainment than a posse of cowpoke.
Oh, what's up? That answer question?
A simple point-and-shoot interface makes this fully interactive comedy western easy to saddle up and play. So, grab your pistols and pistols and start mixing it up with some of the craziest characters from the way out west in Sierra's latest interactive CD-ROM release, Freddy Farkas, Frontier Pharmacist.
we're back.
Acknowledgement.
Oh.
What?
Yes?
What?
Yes?
Level up. That would be nice. No. Okay, yeah, I took that because it was better than this. This is still good. Yeah. These two are great. This is also one of my necks. Maybe this. 5. Yeah, this is a good job. 2, 3, and 5. For 20 seconds.
What?
Ready.
He only has 5 demolition. And it's all about security. Or this is too much, maybe. I have a bunch of bonuses. But security, you can't like cheat yourself out of security. Computer use, you can use a bunch of spikes. Repair, you can always use the repair. But security, it's security. If you don't have it, you can't open the doors. Oh. Is it plus 24 to it? That's crazy. Also at plus 24. And not me, but I'm a mage. And I'm two-handed, so of course it's a little lower. That's some mighty bonuses. Scientist memo. I hate that you have to go in your inventory and find your scientist memo. And spotted those ferric sand sharks outside. I managed to whip up a little something in one of the workrooms. This is a sonic emitter which should scare them off. The sound seems to work a lot better underwater than through the air, and you fix it on the outside of an envirosuit. Just push the button every time they get near, and you'll have no problems. So I was just wondering, when I'm going to get that raise. Airlock. This? Hello. Fuck off.
Deadly toxins.
Deadly toxins.
Now you get it.
Ready.
Yes.
Sure.
Pressure door. We're going outside. Continue. Engage airlock seal. Continue. Warning. Hostile environment condition. Environmental suit advised. You only have one enviro suit available. Oh, is that what I have on myself? If you proceed through the airlock, all party members will have to stay behind until you're... Oh, that must be it. Let's see. Or it's enviro suit that I have on my in my backpack. Yeah, I want to see this. Okay, yeah, I remember this. Oh my, yeah, this is, oh yeah, this is annoying. Okay, we'll do that, but not now. Why? Like, you don't walk slow enough in the game. We need 2 more hours in this game. I have a solution. This thing I can open those.
Master?
There you go, security.
Affirmative. Successful entry.
Yes?
Okay, that just happened.
Ready.
What?
What?
No. Just kind of startled me. And it took half my health, but no, I didn't die.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, come on, guys.
Prejudice set to maximum. Master?
Yes?
Yes?
Oh, maybe this just joins the... maybe I don't need to go outside. If I don't need to go outside, please tell me.
Ready.
I will gladly not go outside and waste a lot of time.
And you need?
If it's just a shortcut.
Yes.
Maybe if you don't have security or you want to battle less people, maybe. Because I'm battling a lot of people, but they're super easy. As much as I would like to say, I'd like to replay this game on a harder difficult, on the hard difficulty level. There's like 3 levels, and this is normal. On hard, and maybe play it more stealthily and try to avoid combat if I want, or something like that. The way you like select all your characters, and I have to click this to put solo mod on and all that shit. It's very annoying. So that completely turns me off the idea. Are you an enemy? So we've been behind this door, but I went here and around like that. So, envirosuit storage? Oh, this is where I got it. Oh, you go alone when you go into the envirosuit. Submersible, security control. This was an airlock, this was an airlock. Okay, there must be something here. So these, you might be able to do this, but and your character will just like follow you around, but there might be something to interact like in the water. I thought this would be like the levels, but no. Come on. Okay, there's a little part here we didn't do.
Affirmative. Successful entry.
Yes? I think I've been poisoned.
Ready.
Yes?
Sure.
And another pressure door. Oh, this one I can't open. Did I try the other one? Well, maybe I couldn't even. Oh, that's it. Let's go back to the security control. Storage room. We haven't been there. This is central, west storage room. We must have been there. East hallway. I think that's done. South hallway. Yeah. Security room. This is here. Environmental suit, okay, that's there. Security computer room? This is here. Where's the... oh, then what is security room? We went there. So central storage room. We didn't go here? What? Okay. Oh.
Termination required. Roy, you can't see at it.
Scientist memo. Oh, come on, guys. Force lightning for the win. Damn. Okay, now we need to go outside, and I think this is the fastest way. Just continue on here. Oh, I keep switching to the map, but I just need to check the fucking minimap there. Oh, there was something that was locked. Now it's coming like this. This, the large lock.
No
I
problem.
didn't open this?
Got it.
Okay, lock. Yay! You can't see much. Survivor.
Who's there? You're not Cellcast, I can see that much. Are you another rescue crew?
I'm a Camilio. The Republic sent us down to investigate. What's going on down here? Who are you?
Isn't it obvious? The Cellcast have gone insane! They're killing everything that moves! All my companions are dead. The Cellcast swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Cellcasts. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay. I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kolto harvester they built on the edge of the Hackert Rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Cellcast mutants running around looking for dinner.
Yeah, I still need to.
I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those psychotic fish people all over the place. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only way to reach the Kolto Harvester. We should probably stick together, but I won't wait around in here with the Cellcath. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
Where it's safe. Oh, can I follow him? Yeah, let's try to follow the guy. Hey, come on. Man. He goes too fast. Oh, there he goes. He's gonna get eaten by that thing. Could I have gone there? What the fuck is that? Should I follow him or go there? I want to be able to reload instead of walking back. Okay, let's see what's here. Where he was seemed to be the place to go, so... Ah, there's the other door, okay. Okay, makes sense. There was a third door here that we couldn't open. Come on. Oh. What's the hole? Welded door. Fuck. Oh, some stuff. I wasn't even sure I could open boxes. Like technically we shouldn't be able to. But they had to give like the most average item ever. The most useless maybe. God damn it. They could have put something cool there. So annoying to go and get it. I should even reload. For 2 frag grenades. Mines. Hey, so what's your guys' favorite underwater movie? I have like 3 that are really good. I think it's... I was about to say it's pretty much... No, there's a bunch of other ones, but those are just like my... Because I'm a kind of a sci-fi horror guy. Oops. Of course there's The Abyss, like Bass said, but... I'm a big fan of Leviathan and Deep Star 6. Like, 2 really... I like those 2 movies. They're not great in any objective way, but oh, they're really pretty good alien ripoffs, I guess. A classic monster movie underwater.
Come on, hurry up! Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with... Ow! Ah!
There you go. Nothing happened. Oh my god, this is you! No! No! Okay, let's save before getting eaten. I hope this is a wall. I think it is. Right? Yeah, that's a wall. Excellent. Oh, worst underwater movie. I don't know. Like I said, I couldn't think about many. So there was that shark movie, and I think it was underwater. That was a really bad movie. No, not. Oh, you know what? There's a movie that I haven't seen in a long time, and I think it is underwater. Isn't it like Sphere? And it's with a bunch of actors, like named actors. It wasn't a great like Hollywood production, but still an Hollywood movie. That was underwater. I should see it again, and not your classic horror monster movie underwater. But I remember being like super intrigued, and at the end of the movie, it's kind of a movie that has a definitely a spoiler that I'm not gonna say, but yeah, you think about it, and the answer or the moment at the end didn't deliver it for me. So for some reason I was like, maybe I should rewatch it. I was young and dumb, so. Oh, can I attack these things? I can't. I have this sonic emitter. Do I need to do that? I only have 2. Let's do it before dying. Let's do it before we die. Because I didn't save. Let's save now. Sanctum. 47 meters down, 1 and 2, and underwater. Oh, Count Wolf, are you a movie aficionado? Is that the I have. What does they still say too? I know none of these movies. Sanctum. Those look like really like B movies, like recent B movies maybe, underwater. That's very recent. Wow. Ah, there's so many movies nowadays. I like B movies, maybe B plus movies. I don't like clearly B movies, but like a good movie with a small budget is always what attracts me the most. Ah. Those were not good, or those were good? I'm not sure, because you said that just after Bass said how about worse underwater movies. Because if they're good, I'm gonna take note of that. If they're not, I don't want them in my life. Excellent movies. Okay, cool. I will definitely check those out. The Deep. Oh man, I didn't see The Deep, I think. It's on my list of movies I want to see. Or there's another movie that has Deep something in it. Creatures from the Deep or something like that. I don't watch shit movies. No, me neither. All the movies I've watched and I like are good movies. All of them. So do you insta-die if they eat you? Cause that would be bad. Hey Yakumo King, good evening. Hey, no butts on my channels. Touching butts with tentacles. God damn it. You pervert. Just open it. So we're alone here now. Okay, this is different. I like it. Okay, they no butts. Oh, insane. That's what I need to do. Disengage. I'm kind of a party dude. I don't like being alone. Not in real life. In real life I definitely like to be alone. Sometimes, not all the time. But I do like my alone time. Okay. Is that Jedi's? No. Okay, I thought so. Prisoners?
No, no, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Cellcath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
60 seconds to complete depressurization. 54 seconds.
No problem. Got it.
That was easy. I could bash this? Oh. Deactivate one spike. Boom.
No, no. The Firaxa will get us. No, the Cellcath are coming. No.
No! No! Ah!
Calm down, everything will be okay. I'm a friend, I'll protect you. You're both safe now. Stop screaming.
Ah, no!
You... Sammy! Sammy, calm down! I don't think they're here to kill us.
Kono! Kono! Are they?
Yes. I think they're here to help us. I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me. I'm just so scared.
We're both just scared.
When the Cellcath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Frax and Sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Cellcath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Cellcath outside the doors every once in a while, and strange noises echoing through the base.
We thought everyone was dead. Dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologized for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift project.
You have a lot to answer for. What's the Republic doing here? Have you seen a star map? Have you seen a star map walking around?
A star map? I don't know anything about a star map down here.
But there were some ruins that were excavated when we were digging the foundations for the last section of the Kolto harvesting machine.
But we can't go anywhere near those now. Maybe that's why it all happened in the first place.
What happened?
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift near the vent. Then there was this rumbling and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Selkaths started screaming too. And they turned on us.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too. I don't know. It seems impossible, but maybe whatever sort of power it used to drive the Selkath insane masked it from us somehow. Maybe it was lying dormant deeper in the rift.
I think it might live there. Live there because of the Kolto.
Maybe. That would explain more. Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. It would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With Kolto as a food source.
And all those other Firaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother.
So what can I do about it? Where's this monster? I've got to the Kolto.
That would be suicide! It's out there still!
Out there, waiting for us.
The Firaxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do. The repellent we made was supposed to drive Firaxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our...
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do. You can take this canister of toxin. We were working on it just before the giant shark drove all the Selkath insane. All you need to do is insert it into the main Kolto harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Firaxan shark.
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift. You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sanguine, a liquid at about 4 million sanguine, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very...
Okay.
If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But
this and the explanation for the shark
we've
is so
built here.
Important.
All those years of work.
Taking so much time to explain all this. It's very, very important. Oh my god. Good tentacle point is in the novel. It's the novel The Djinn by Eric Van... Oh, there you go. Did I say I was joking? I was joking about the no butts or nothing. I don't care. I will try the poison. Okay, you have to choose. I'll do what I want, and I'll kill both of you as well.
What? No! Run, Kono, he's one of them!
No, I'm not crazy. What are you doing? So... Poison and has given you a canister of some sort. So to have all the things like... Yeah, I think I could do one or the other. I'll do this. Put it in the harvesting machine. Bzz. There you go. Okay, so is this where I need to go to do that? Oh. I thought... Oh, still alive. Oh, level up. Oh, fuck, I'm dying. I thought I died just there. I need something for the poison. First time I use an antidote kit, I think. Ow, I almost died there. Yeah, my awareness, I should stop putting point in computer because it just lowers the number of spikes I'm using and everything seems to be one spike. Or 125 or... Okay, do I regenerate? Anyway, I'm gonna level up, maybe that's gonna regenerate me. Level up. Skills. Yeah, computer use 16, that's fine. Let's go with... Oh my god, awareness 4. Yeah, that's a problem. Persuade 5. I'd like more in that. But 15, that's still a lot. Whatever. A little bit of an awareness would be nice. Master Force Focus and Master Sense. Master Sense. As the connection to the Force continues to straighten, the Jedi gains a supreme sense of self and action of others. +6 defense and is always active. Oh, nice. Force Focus. +4 to difficulty class of all saving throw against the character's force power. Nice. Okay, this could be nice. No. I got the lightsaber one here. Let's go with Jedi defense. Oh, powers. Another 1 power. Sometimes I'm supposed to get like 2 powers, but it's gonna be this one because I want the plague. Can't get this yet. Can't get this yet. Continue on. And when I'll be able to get this, I'll want this instead, or this. This may not be as good because I'm not using this as much. But it's everyone, I think. The attack is 1 for political character too. All enemies within 10 meters. That's pretty good. Oh. It's important to be correct. Because if I'm searching it on Google, I might have trouble. Eric Van Lus no, it wasn't Eric Van Lusbader. It was Graham Masterson. God damn it. Did you file your income tax? Not even. And now I'm not I don't care anymore. Well, I care, but you know. I'm not in a big hurry. Oh, ow. Technically, I was supposed to call my my accountant on Monday for that. If you do, you might get $400 rebate. Oh, but yeah, I'm still gonna do the I'm still gonna ask for the thingy. Whether you've done your taxes or not doesn't matter. Okay, so I can do that. Well, I'll be okay, I think. The first time they said that they would give helps to people that couldn't, like people like myself that are self-employed, but they had to come from a trip, or they had to have symptoms. So I was like, great, that's like what? Maybe 100 people in the province. I was like, that's a joke. But now the next day they said, well, today, that was yesterday. Today they said that you don't need the symptoms, and they're gonna do that to everyone, which is pretty nice. And yes, you have 3 months to do your income taxes, and so that's why I'm not really stressed out. It's cool. It's kind of like, okay, we're gonna just calm down, everything's gonna be fine. They shut our income rebates down. They shut our income rebate down? They're even gonna cut the tax. They're going to cut the TPS, they're going to cut tax in Europe, or it's already done. Because if we don't consume, that's how the system works. We're gonna go into another recession, which is already happening, but that's a recession created by the coronavirus. You don't want a recession created on top of that, just because people are stopped consuming. So they're gonna remove taxes at a bunch of places, which is quite nice. And now people will be, because yeah, I repair computers, so I think my business will be affected by all this. A lot of people will not call me to repair their computers. It's not a priority right now. There are higher things now. Well, I guess it's important also, because if you're doing some social distancing, you need the computers. Anyways. I think I'll end it right now. I'm sorry, Kerbanog, you just came in. How are you? How is it going in your part? It's not, doesn't seem to be the greatest place to be. Are you in? You're in Paris, right? No, you're a friend. You're really from France. Like, you're not like. Yeah, Paris, dude. Like, how is it? Seems to be pretty bad in France right now. I hope it's not like martial law or something. Because some parts in the US seem to be pretty. I don't like it. Like, I like the measures they're taking, but like curfews, I don't understand. Like, the only thing that curfew does is, I don't know, there'll be less parties, maybe? They really don't trust the younglings. But even our prime minister was saying that's one of the big problems is like the teenagers don't give a shit. When you walk in the streets, basically like the movie I Am Legend. Oh wow, wow, fuck. But you can go in the streets, right? Just people are not going in. It's just the thing that people are not going in outside because here it's fine. With a paper. You can go with a paper? What do you mean? Otherwise get treason. Oh, oh wow. Eh. Oh, well, that's not funny. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Fuck, really? What? Eh. Okay, that's martial law. That is literally martial law. Okay, now, what time is it right now? End the stream. Okay. I get to work from my house tomorrow. Yeah, everybody here works from home. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. Many. Because our prime minister, which I think, and many people in like the health department said that, yeah, we should just shut down a couple of things, see what, like for 2 weeks, maybe something like that, see what goes on, like day to day. We see the evolution of what's going on. And the measures we did seem to have made some impact. It's not like whoa, but it seemed to have like reduced a little bit. If you look at a couple of the numbers at the start of the week in BC and Quebec, it was pretty much the same numbers, and it was the same like started like with low numbers and pretty much equal, but then they're at 200 cases and we're at 100 cases. That's 50% less. May just be 50 cases, but that's something. And those are active cases that they know about. You can at least double that. There's way more people that are sick, and like if I get sick, maybe I'll go get tested. I mean, the best thing is to get tested. So they know exactly what's going on. I'm a shut-in due to my schizo-affecting disorder. Oh, okay. So this coronavirus pandemic really isn't affecting me much. Really? I don't know exactly what that means, schizoaffective disorder, but I just read schizophrenic and I'm like, oh my god, that would drive me schizophrenic. But I guess for you it's just day to day. It's the same. SSDD, 83 new cases in BC today. Ew. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's not bad. It depends. Many of these people might have been. It's just been tested. I think in the last like 2 days, many people like. Well, from 2 days ago, like from yesterday to today, they tested a lot of people. Before that, there were less people that were tested, so the numbers were lower. There's also that. People look at those numbers and they're like, "Oh, we're fine. But I was thinking about like the numbers in New York State right now is 2,000. You have to think that of those 2,000 people that we know have it right now, 2 weeks ago, or about at least 1 week and a half ago, they had the virus 2 weeks ago. So that means that right now in the state of New York, we'll only know how many are infected in 2 weeks, and that won't be 2,000. I think it'll be in the 10,000s and more. So stay safe, guy. I'm sure a lot of us will get it. I would say, like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to bring like the Discord down or the chat down, but I think it's important to talk about what's going on in your country, what's going on in your state, politically, emotionally. What's the populace? What are people saying? I do watch the media, but I trust people most of all. And I trust you guys to give us like good information. So if you have the virus, what are the symptoms? What are the reaction around you and all that? It's all things that I'm interested in. I don't know if you are interested. Maybe I should just do a channel in Discord for that, so people that don't want to hear about it don't have to. But I'm still interested in what about like you guys, what's going on in your countries all around the world, because I've never seen anything in my life. I'm only 39 years old. People like 70, 80 years might have seen world wars, but even in the case of world wars, there were a lot of parts in the world that you can just live on your day-to-day life and nothing was really that affected. In the span of like a week or two, life has like completely changed, and I hope that we all get out of this stronger. I hope that we learn how much we are connected, because all these people that are getting sick, that means that somebody touched, essentially, somebody that came from China. So it's all like we're all connected. This shows how much, like, one person coughed in the face of someone else or touched him and he had the virus, and he touched a guy who touched a guy who took a plane, who touched his son, who touched his grandmother. It's basically 50% of the people that has it is symptomless, which is a good thing in a way. No, you eventually have it. You'll eventually have the symptom. If you don't have symptom at all, that's because you're young. Young people don't get it at all. They are symptomless. So maybe that's the 50%. But yeah, even like my kids, if they get it, they'll have some symptoms. It just won't be a high fever. It'll be a low fever. It'll look like a normal flu. This is not swine flu. This hasn't surpassed swine flu yet. When was flying? Dude, I don't remember a day in my life where everybody in the fucking world was told by the authorities to stay home, that restaurants are closed, everything's closing, events are closing, borders are closing. I'll have to research the swine flu, but I think you're wrong. I'm taking my temperature every day, really? Okay, that's a bit paranoid, I think. There's a new virus every US election year, Google it. Weird coincidence. There's a lot of weird coincidences. I am like borderline conspiracy theorist, so we can talk a lot about that shit. Like, I've been down that rabbit hole a lot. I've been in it. I've crawled back out. I've plunged back in. I've crawled. I'm kind of out right now, but I could go back in like anytime just because of a shit like that. Another. Yeah, swine flu may have been more contagious. There are flus that are more dangerous, but it's the impact that it does. The flu here is not the problem, you see? The problem here is the economy, is us not being able to work, is us being not able to see our families, is us having changed our life. Like, everybody, I think, almost, has their life changed, not like drastically, but like everybody on Earth, like right now. It's, like I said, even World War, when they say World War, it's a world crisis, but I mean, some people in Africa didn't give a shit. When I say Africa, I mean the continent of Africa. Some like places in Africa weren't really touched by that. I mean, Australia, or there's always some parts in the world that are, like, even in Canada. I mean, the war didn't really touch it that much. It did, but not like this. Not like this. This is not Y2K, dude. At least here in Canada, in Quebec, I've never seen anything like it. and looking at the world and you guys and seeing that, like, Saturday, it was a major curfew for the whole planet. Everything was shutting down, schools, every country that hadn't done it did it that day or around that day. They decided to shut down school for at least 2 weeks, if not for the rest of the and then it was like major events, and then it's the borders. But yeah. Yes, swine flu killed people. This is not like I said, the virus is not the big problem. It's the source. But the problem is every symptom of that, and I'm talking sociological symptoms about what the disease does to us, and the fact that we want to protect others. That's the reason we're isolating ourselves, because most of people will be fine. If I get, I'll just be fine. I should be fine. But some people won't, so we want to protect the others, so we isolate ourselves. But all this also creates a big, like, global problem. But I think we're in this, like, clearly in this together. So when I was young, I was like, maybe if we get attacked by a fucking alien, we'll finally unite the Earth. But maybe it'll be a disease instead of the freaking alien. Maybe the disease is an alien. Maybe the alien planted the disease. Swine flu, 12,000. Yeah, it's not about the death, like I said. It's about the impact on our lives. When was swine flu? Can you give me the date? That shit is lethal for people that are weakened, but for the huge fucking majority of normal, young, healthy people, you have nothing to worry about. Exactly what I said. The only thing you have to worry about is not to give that shit to the people that have something to be afraid of. That thing. Yeah, all weakened people. He says old, but there are a lot of people out there that have weakened immunity system. One of the streamers I follow that you should follow is Nixt242. That guy has a low immunity syndrome or whatever, and he has to 2009. So okay, so yeah, it didn't affect me at all. Like, I continued to live my life like everyone else in the world. Global, dude. Swine flu was not, I don't think it was like global. Was there swine flu in Finland? Was there swine flu in Russia? In South Africa? There's fucking swine flu in every country in the world right now, I think. I might be wrong, but I think I've looked at the fucking map. You want to see the map? You want to see a map for, like, your nightmares or your because I'm a big fan of, like, apocalyptic stories and stuff. I don't have the link right now, but yeah, there is, like, a big map you can see that is not live, but it's updated very frequently, and you can see all the cases and what's going on. There's a graph, and it's pretty useful, and if you're into that type of stuff. But I find it interesting to look at, and for me, more information, instead of driving my fear up, for me, more information gives me hope and gives me more level-headedness at looking more clearly at the situation, instead of panicking and going to buy a bunch of toilet papers that I don't need. Yeah, it was around the recession. So the recession was 2008. The recession was before. So it's not before because of the swine flu that there was a recession. So the swine flu didn't even cause a recession. And did you see the economy is like super mega shit. We've never seen that. We have never seen that. They don't even talk about it because of the flu is the major problem. And even here, like, journalists are like, but what about the economy? But what about the economy? And politicians are like, okay, like, we're gonna deal with this. We're gonna survive the flu. And the thing they say survive, we're gonna survive. It's not a thing about surviving. It's about minimizing deaths. Like, at the end of all this, 1 million people will have died. I'm half joking. it might be close at the end of this. When I say at the end of this, it might be in 1 or 2 years. So yeah, I say that because living in France, I spent like a week with anxiety attack and now I'm okay. No sick and able to say that thing. And yeah, I don't want to be an alarmist, and yeah, I just like I said, to have information, to be able to talk about it with some kind of level-headedness and try to, like I said, we will just survive. That's not the problem. The problem is to keep the people that are weaker safe and try to not lose our shit on that. Yeah, so we're gonna raid someone. Tomorrow I'll be, I'm finished with Heroes of Might and Magic 2, but I'll be jumping into Quest for Glory 3. We're gonna raid the Jersey Cobra. And stay safe, guys. If you don't have to travel, don't travel. Don't come into contact with people that have traveled. It's just safe. It's not being an asshole. It's not being paranoid. It's stupid, but it's weird to say, but you are literally saving lives. If at the end of all this they're able to like create a simulation or even show exactly kind of what happened, it's pretty crazy how one person just going outside for no reason and having contact with somebody else, and that other person just so happened to have to go or just decided to go at a party or something like that, and infected like 50 people in that party or some shit. So this is not a time to and when you have fear, when you're afraid, that's when you do when you make dumb decisions. So definitely do not panic. So wash your hands, don't touch your face and all that. Keep safe. And remember to have fun still. Goodbye guys, good evening. Tomorrow 8 PM Eastern time for some Quest for Glory 3. We're starting the game tomorrow. Ciao.